I say like when I'm taking people off the dribble, like can't nobody stop me when I'm going to the goal.
You talk a lot about being a leader and everything, and it's funny you should say that because you don't hear a lot of 10th graders, ninth graders, people your age saying that they're gonna lead the team. Where does that come from? Like, have you always been that person for your teams coming up, or is that something that a role that you got into this year?
I I've been like a leader because I've been playing basketball, well high school basketball for so long. So Miss Miller just we have talks and she tell me that I need to step up and talk more on the court, or I need to push my teammates to do better, or I need to take over the game when it's time, or I need to, you know, be there, back them up, motivate them so they can be great players also.
You got to know her history. Shamari came to the high school with me when I came over here coaching. She was in the 4th grade. She was my basketball girl, my ball girl. Came up with the basketballs. Her older sister was on the team, and she was in the practices then. So as a 7th grader, she got pulled up from the junior high, playing high school in January of her 7th grade year. So she's a 10th grader in grade, but her experience goes back to her 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. So she's already played 3-4 years of high school basketball. And the ability was there all the time. I saw it when she was a little girl, but the talent just grew. I mean, the older she got, the better she got. The most impressive part of her performance to me was the fact that when we needed it the most, she stepped up. I think Shamari is by far the leader of the team on the court. So when the team is not producing as well or not playing that well defensively, she's normally the player who's going to just take charge, and you need that kind of player on the court.
Quarter because I mean we knew then that it was gonna be a tough game because we had to deal with the referees too. So our coach, Ms. Miller, just told us to fight through it all, and I just had to be big and strong for my teammates. Even although I had fouls that I shouldn't have had, I just had to come down and hit clutch free throws.
Right.
And I had to motivate them to, keep playing.
Shamar is such an unselfish player until she'll just give the ball up to anybody. So I'm trying to make her be, I guess I hate to say it, a little bit more selfish, and that means take more charge in the score. Because as you can see, 38 points proves that she can produce at any time. But she's also a player who wants everybody else involved. But if I had to work with her on anything, it would be outside shooting. Beyond the three-point line, not trying to make everything a layup, pull up at the free throw line, take those mid-range jumpers. All that is in her repertoire. She just has to realize she needs to do it more often in the game.
Not that I can't shoot. It's just that I know people can't stop me on the dribble, so I just go and take it. And I drive to get contact. If I can't get the foul doing the three, which they always fouling me, so I just go and drive and get the contact.
The beginning of overtime, in the timeout, and she said to me, "I got you, coach." And she started overtime. I think the first 4 baskets she scored. And I think that was to me like a defining moment because at that time I kind of knew that this is a kid who has the heart of a champion. She's not going to let us lose if she has anything to do with it. So just the attitude, the intestinal fortitude that she displayed then, I was impressed by. I was no longer her coach. I was pretty much a fan of hers because you don't get those kind of players every day.